What is up, everybody? It's your boy PaperSin, and I'm back. Well, kinda. But where have I been? I mean, obviously you can see I got this bandage on. You can see my face is swollen on my right side for right now. And yeah, I've been gone for like 3 weeks or more. So let's talk about it. Where have I been? Real quick, let me put someone on the background just for your attention. Boom. So about 10 years ago, I started to notice I had a pimple growing on my cheek, you know? So I tried to pop it. Turns out that thing didn't go away. And fast forward 10 years later, yes, 10 years, don't ask me why I waited so long to go to the hospital. I don't like hospitals because, well, I'm gonna tell you why. Because I used to go to the hospitals a lot while I was growing up. Little bit of history about me. I have sickle cell anemia right now. Obviously I'm trying to get rid of it eventually, but with like bone marrow transplant, and that's like $2 million, whatever. But anyway, the sickle cell had me, when I was growing up, I was in the hospital a lot. And when you have a sickle cell crisis, a sickle cell pain, that shit hurts so fucking much. I'm talking about like women say men will never know the pain of giving birth, and it's the worst pain ever. They can say that all they want. Sickle cell pain, and I obviously haven't given birth. Obviously, I'm a guy. Sickle cell pain, it hurts to breathe, it hurts to move, it hurts to do anything. Like, and that shit is an intense pain. I'm talking about the doctors don't even give us morphine for that shit anymore. The doctors have to give us opioid-based pain meds like Dilaudid or Tramadol, just for us to be able to relax and even get any type of sleep at all. And even then, we can barely get some sleep. But sickle cell pain has to be way worse than giving birth. I digress. That's mainly why I don't like going to the hospitals. So yes, 10 years later, I finally go to the hospital to get this shit looked at, because during that entire time, this thing that was on my cheek that I thought was a pimple at first, it keeps leaking. It kept leaking every now and then. You know, if I'm talking, if I'm eating, opening my mouth or whatever, there was a chance it would start leaking. And now imagine having to talk to while you're talking to a girl, and you haven't been managing your shit on your cheek, and so that shit starts leaking. Bruh, I made sure I managed that shit so damn well, I was still knocking down boots. But I digress. I finally went to the hospital to get it looked at, and you know, they found out, they told me that, hey, it looks like it's a cyst. We're gonna have to get rid of it. We're going to go into surgery, pull it out. They wanted to do a check on it, like, you know, take a piece of it and then send it in to get it looked at to see what it is. Because a cyst, and I looked it up first. A cyst is a closed sac in the body, like a pouch, that can be filled with fluids, pus, air, or other material. Most cysts are benign, which means they're non-cancerous. But you should still tell a healthcare provider about any new lump or one that doesn't go away or keeps growing. That's what I had, one that didn't go away and kept growing. But it turned out to be a cyst, and I was like, they wanted to do like a check, you know, take a piece of the cyst, send it in, see what it is, if it's cancerous or not. And I was like, bruh, I had this shit for 10 years. If it was cancerous, I probably wouldn't be dead. I probably wouldn't be alive anymore, or I'd be feeling like I'm about to die by now. I haven't done with that, so I'm pretty sure it's not cancerous. So I didn't need to have them, you know, take a piece and check. I forgot what that phrase is called, but yeah, I didn't need to have them do all that. Instead, I just opted for the surgery, to go straight to the surgery to like get it removed. You know, I'm tired of, after so fucking long of dealing with it and having to manage it so that it's not leaking while I'm out in public and shit. uh, I needed to get this thing out of me. The day for the surgery comes. I mean, you probably noticed it in some of my videos. Like a lot of times my videos, I'd always be trying to have my face. I'd try to be facing this way, so you couldn't see the right side of my face, because I didn't want you seeing if it was starting to leak or not sometimes. And I didn't want that on camera, but sometimes I would show the right side of my face, so you probably could have seen it if you were looking for it. It might have looked like there was like a white piece of fuzz down back here in my cheek or whatever. That was not fuzz. That shit was leaking. And I'd like get up and go and take care of it and then come back. But anyway, the day for the surgery finally comes, and the doctor, you know, they numb me up, and they get ready to cut me open. They don't put me to sleep. They just numb me up. You feel me? That's fine. But I was like, all right, I'm ready. Let's do this shit. I don't care. When they started cutting into me, it feels like if you're shaving, you know, you're shaving, then that's kind of what it felt like for me. I couldn't feel like, you know, them cutting into me, but I could feel like the pressure, and I could feel like, you know, I could feel the blade, but it's not like it was painful. You know what I'm saying? I felt that he just went up to the right and then down, and just then like made like a little flap, and then like pulled the flap down, and just went in. Just started cutting this thing out of me. And this shit took actually longer than I thought it would be. I guess the cyst was bigger than we thought it was gonna be, because I definitely heard the doctor talking about this when he was trying to dig deep for it to get the rest of it out. He's like, oh, this thing is deep. This sucker is deep in there. And I noticed, I caught a glimpse when he you know, finally took it out of me. And he was getting ready. I guess he was getting ready to put it in a container or something like that. But that shit was like this big, right? And so I'm guessing, and it was like, obviously it's a circle, like it's a pouch. So it's that big and that deep. You know what I'm saying? That wide and that deep. It had little tentacle things, you know, that were going outside of it, like 3 of them. But he also mentioned that there was a piece that was able to attach itself to my jaw, so he couldn't get that part out, because he would have to send me to a jaw specialist, you know, to get for that part to be removed. And here's the thing about cysts: if you leave a piece in there, they have a chance to grow back. So I'm hoping that doesn't grow back. As a matter of fact, we'll talk about that. I'll get to that part later. But I could see the doctor like holding up the cyst after he removed it. He was like holding it up with like some utensils or whatever. He was like poking at it. And that shit was like still puffed up, still full of whatever fluid was in it, you know. And it looked, honestly, I wish I had asked to keep it. I meant to do it, but like I couldn't find the word in the moment. I meant to ask to keep it, but I couldn't find the words in the moment, so I can't show that to you. You can't even I didn't even get to ask for a picture of it. Sorry about that. But anyway, then once, you know, it was time to like sew me up. So, but here's the thing. Like, when they were sewing me up, right? They folded it somehow, you know, and set it right, and set it that so that the puncher or whatever, the punch machine could just do, and then they could sew me up, whatever. The bottom flap of where they were sewing up, that wasn't numb. So I could feel them, like when the hole puncher was going in, I could feel it. Like I could actually feel the pain from that. It went in 10 times. Boom, 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 boom. And then like when the doctor's like pulling my skin, you know what I'm saying, all like out, like, and then overlaying it so that they can stitch it up and shit. I felt all of that for the most part. And even when they were stitching me up, all of that shit for the most part. Because like the top flap was still numb, but like the bottom flap was not numb at all. But moving forward, they gave me my notice for work and everything, and like the restrictions were saying shit like no standing, no walking. Matter of fact, do I still have those? Hold on, let me look. Never mind, I forgot. I remember I had to give the restrictions to my job. Why am I hurry? I had to give like the restrictions to my supervisor at work so that I could. What the fuck? For my excuse for work, you know, saying so for the days I missed and for the days I was about to have to miss because the days I was about to miss because I needed to take time off after the surgery. But the restrictions were saying shit like no standing, no how can I refresh this so I can get rid of this blur? Give me a second. There we go. That'll work. Okay. Where was I? Oh yeah. Restrictions. I went into my job. Gave them the paper. The restrictions were like no standing for no standing for for 2 weeks. No walking for 2 weeks. No lifting anything over 10 pounds for 2 weeks. The restrictions were like that. And like when I first got that shit, I was like, whoa, look at these restrictions. Like my mom was with me, so I showed her the restrictions. So I told her some of them. Like no standing was kind of wild, and no walking was kind of what I was like, it's not gonna be that bad. Like what? Come on. And so I get home, you know, the first days or a couple days. That first day after the surgery, like after I got back from the surgery, that shit was chill because like I was still numb and I was still like, you know, I was cool. The next day, when the fucking numbness wore off and shit, oh man, that's when I really started to feel all the pain and shit. And like the swelling it started to really kick in. I'm talking about my face got like swollen from, it's still swollen right now, you can tell. But like it was from here, it was like out to say about here. Yeah, I'm not trying to be all wild. That seems about right. Swelling was about out to here and up to like my temple and like down to like my throat. You know what I'm saying? Because of that, I think because the swelling was like up to my temple and shit, like I started getting this migraine, this constant headache that was right there, just boom, boom. Like it was, and I could not sleep. It was in the back of my head as well. And I just, for 3 weeks, it was like constant headache, constant migraine in those spots. I could barely sleep. I couldn't do shit. The Tylenol, they didn't give me anything when I left, right? Tylenol wasn't doing shit. It would like dull the pain a very little bit. That wasn't doing shit. And so this is where the Tramadol from like my last sickle cell crisis, I still had some Tramadol left because they released me and they gave me a prescription for Tramadol to deal with like the residual pain that was still there after my sickle cell crisis. And this shit's like I said, it's opioid based. Thankfully, I don't know how long I've been on opioid based pain meds. Excuse me. Like after I have to get through having a sickle cell crisis, they'll give me some. But thankfully, I'm not like addicted to those shit, even because that, like I said, it's an opioid. Thankfully, I'm not addicted to that shit. And after my last sickle cell crisis, once the residual pain stopped, I didn't need the Tramadol anymore, so I put it away and I stopped taking it. So I remembered that I had it, and like after the first week of dealing with like the swelling and the pain and everything like that, and I could not sleep, I was like, I remembered I had my Tramadol. I went to get the rest of it. It was like a few pills left. I like broke them in half. I would take take a half with some food because you're gonna throw up if you don't eat. If you don't eat that shit, at least I did anyway. And that was like the only way I could get a little bit of sleep. And the pain was finally reducing with the Tramadol, you know? I could actually sleep for 8 hours. I would wake up and like the pain wasn't immediately all like back and like at full power. It was actually reduced, you know. So thankfully I had that. But after I ran out of that, I had to, and the pain was still there, just as well, not just as bad, but it was still bad. I had to call my doctor and be like, hey, I need something for this. I used the Trimadol that I had for my last sickle cell crisis, and now that's gone. But thankfully, my doctor gave me like 6 more full pills of Trimadol, and I was able to break those in half and use those for some time, like twice a day, just so I make sure I get some sleep and like to help bring like the pain down, you know. Thankfully, I was able to do that, and now the pain is like the pain is still kind of there, but it's like a headache that comes and goes every once in a while instead of a migraine, which is like a constant thing that's always there, you know. And like when the headache comes, it's very light, you know. So I can take some Tylenol, and I'll be fine. Like I still have 1 full pill of Trimadol because I was breaking that shit in half, and so like I still have like one full thing, 2 halves. Don't need it. Gonna put it away. Whatever. But anyway, that's pretty much like where I've been. That's where I'm at right now. I'm still like, this shit is still swollen a bit. It stopped leaking for a while. Like you know, after the surgery and shit like that, it stopped leaking. But then after a while, maybe because of me, because I was trying to like get that, because I know there was still fluids in there, so I was trying to get to the like drain down my throat so I can like get rid of it, get the swelling down. But I was pulling down on my skin so much that I ended up springing a leak on the outside, and so I started to drain the swell like that, and I had to start re-bandaging everything, and so that's why I have this on, and I think it's still draining. So I'm gonna show y'all if there's anything there. I'm gonna show y'all. It's like some lime green looking shit, and it smells. I'm not gonna lie, it smells like if you left fish out in an enclosed space for 3 days and then walked in. That's what that shit smells like. It smells so fucking bad. I'm gonna try to take this off right now and see if it's there. I can at least show you that stuff. The wound is pretty much like closed up and everything, so the wound isn't bad at all. I just want to show you this. So if you don't like that kind of thing, now's your chance to look away. And obviously I'm gonna have to redress this afterwards. So again, give me a second after that. Okay, let's. Yep, all up on my face and shit. You see that? Some lime green shit mixed with some blood. And so I guess like the draining is coming to a close. But yeah, you can even see it on my face. I gotta go wash that shit off and redress the wound. So yeah. So give me 1 second. See that shit, bro? Yeah, nasty as shit. Looks like some bird shit on my chin, under my chin. Anyway, give me 1 second. Okay, back. So, yeah, that's why I've been dealing with this shit. Once the swelling goes all the way down, and I might be able to start making videos right now, videos again. But I did notice that I missed things like Streamer University, because bro, I'm talking about I couldn't do shit. I literally couldn't stand. Like if I stood too long, woozy, fall over. I stand over for like 5 minutes or more and woozy, fall over. Like walking was difficult. I really couldn't do anything. Like I guess the amount of, you know, cyst or whatever, the amount of crap they took out of me, like all that missing, you know, whatever that was in my cheek, like that's just having a huge hole in my cheek. Yeah, that shit was draining. And I'm still trying to heal from it. I haven't even been able to eat. Like I'm either drinking like slushies or like you know, shit from juice things or whatever. like that are kind of healthy. And I've been drinking those. I've been eating soup. I've been eating like I'll go to Chili's and get some like potato soup, and I can just without the bacon, and I can just like push the soft potato up to the corner, up against the roof of my mouth in order to break it down, so I can swallow it. And like I've been eating red beans and rice from like Popeyes, and I've been eating noodles. Like I can't even open my mouth like that, bro. Like about this much. That's about as far as I can open my mouth. And I can't close my teeth all the way, so I can't chew anything. I can't close my teeth all the way because there's still like on the inside of my cheek, there's like this little sack that's been, I don't know if it's filled with anything, but it's like blocking my teeth. It's in between my teeth, and I can't like close my mouth all the way down. But yeah, so I can barely open my mouth still, but we're getting better. We're getting better, you know. And thankfully, hopefully, I'll be 100% soon, and I can get right back to, you know, being on the top of my game. Right now, I might still be able to do some videos. I do still gotta go to work, but I'm still dealing with like the recovery effects. If I'm standing too long, I get that, I feel that faint shit. If I'm doing too much, I feel that faint shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to pass out, you know. So yeah, I might start getting back into making some videos and doing some live streams, but that's why I've been dealing with. Hopefully I'll be 100% soon. And yeah, that's it, I guess. I don't know what else to say, but it's been a ride. But I'm just glad that this thing is out of me, and that the recovery is happening and it's on its way. It's, you know, tracking, and I can get ready to go back to normal. Like I'm really hoping this shit doesn't go back. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about that. I'm hoping it doesn't grow back. And so like one of the things I did in order to try to, like, this sounds stupid, I know, right? But one of the things I did was after the surgery, I went and got like some distilled gin. I got some gin from the liquor store. No flavors or anything, just 100% distilled plain gin. And I would like drink it and try to like let it sit on the right side of my face, or like you know, where on the inside of my jaw and everything, because the doctor said that he left a piece on the that was attached to my jaw, because he couldn't get to that. He didn't want to mess with it because, you know, he's not a jaw surgeon or whatever. So, and he didn't want to like accidentally hit a nerve that would keep me from making certain facial movements. I respect the decision, but I didn't want that shit trying to grow back. And so I would be sitting there, I'd drink some gin, like fill my mouth with gin, and just tilt and like try to like let it soak into the side of the inside of my jaw, hoping that it would reach like the where the last little part of the cyst was, and it would, like, I don't know, make it corrode and like dissolve and like not grow back, you know. Like I said, I know it sounds stupid, but that's just what I was doing. I was like, I'm gonna try it just because. But yeah, even weed, bro, like maybe it's because it's not an indica, but like the sativas were not helping me at all. Like I was hoping it would like help with the pain. Didn't really help that much at all. Like I'm saying, maybe it's because it was a sativa, they're like the head high, and not indica, which is like a body high. But I digress. This is where we are, and we're working on getting back into this. So thanks for watching. I know this was a long explanation. It didn't really need to be, but anyway, thanks for watching. I'm out. Peace. Much love to you.